Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the halfway point inventory update for 2024. I should have really done this in the beginning of July to be actually on point for the halfway point of the year, but yeah, I kind of forgot to do it, and I decided to do it now in August just because I thought it would be fun to share a halfway point update. I honestly haven't really brought in that many things in 2024. But I have finished up a few things, so I just wanted to look at my numbers and see what I have in my collection. So in my inventory videos, I don't pull them out and kind of show you all the products. I show you my spreadsheet because I love looking at data, and then you can also get an overview of how my collection has looked over the past years as well. So I'm going to jump into the video, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I'm gonna have, actually, let me scooch to this side so I can have the spreadsheet here. And if I look down, that is because I'm looking at my laptop, which has my inventory on it. And that is also what you're seeing right now. So this right here is my eye products inventory. And here you can see a bit of an overview. You can see my pan percentage, which is right here at the, whoops, not that. You can see it right here at the bottom. So right now I have 12.05% pan percentage, which is really exciting. It's not as high as it used to be, but I have kind of focused on decluttering things I don't like and just using up my products as well, which is why it's gone down. But that's just like a little bit of an overview. But you can also see right here that currently in my collection, this is where we are standing right now, I have 1,270 eyeshadows through 56 palettes. And looking at the 2023 numbers, I believe that's 42, that can't be right. But I know for a fact that the eyeshadow numbers is correct. So looking at that, my collection hasn't even grown that much this year, which I'm really, really happy with because I'm trying not to buy too many eyeshadows. So I'm really happy with that number is. And obviously here we have all of my eyeshadows. I have them all listed. I'm not going to scroll through this very slowly because it's a lot. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because that's where it gets a little bit interesting. So right here you can see you also have my cream shadows, and right now I only have 3 cream shadows in my collection. I brought in this shadow right here in end of 2023, and apart from that I only have 2 more, and the shade Metallic Peach I am trying to finish this year, and hopefully Sea Signer as well, but we'll see if I get to it. So I'm really trying to kind of get rid of most of my cream shadows. And this shade, by the way, the bottom one, I did not buy. I got it in like a beauty box or a Advent color or something like that. Then we have eyeliners. Same here. I don't have very many eyeliners left in my collection. You can see I brought in a few of them. Well, most of them last year, actually. I only have 1 that I have left since previously. This one is quite old now. I'm just looking at the numbers. So I might need to try to use that on up. So that's probably, it's a liquid liner, but it still works fine. And I don't use liquid liners very often, which is why it's still in my collection. Here we have mascaras. This is honestly not completely up to date because I go through mascaras so quickly, so often, that I don't add them into my spreadsheets. This is probably the only thing that isn't up to date in my collection. But yeah, that is what it looks like right now. Then we have brow products. You can see as well I have a couple. I moved this eyeshadow here. That's actually, it says that I think I've had it since 2018. So this is an eyeshadow that I moved into my brow categories because I use it in my brows. It's what I have in my brows today. I'm trying to finish up that way too. So we have that, and then we have a couple more things. This one here, the NYX Thick It Stick It, actually I brought in this year, so that should be like that. But yeah, that is what it looks like. Not too many brow products either in my collection, and the Got To Be, by the way, is very, very close to being done too. The last thing here, we have eyeshadow primers. I only have 2. I have 1 glitter glue and 1 primer, which is fine. I'm trying to get through especially the eyeshadow primer. It's a white one, and I want to kind of get through that one and buy a more skin tone shade. But yeah, I have a little bit left of that, so hopefully that will be done before the end of the year. Next up, we're going to move on to cheek products, and we are starting off with, again, you can see the overview right here, by the way. But we're starting off with blushes. You can see I have quite a few blushes. But this year I haven't actually brought in anything because I'm trying not to bring in so many either because I have too many. But you can see I have 39 at the moment. I had 40 at the beginning of the year, but I have finished 1 up. And I'm hoping to finish up minimum 2 more, but maybe even 3 more before the end of the year. So I'm hoping to bring that number down a little bit before the end of the year. Then we have highlighters next, and highlight is something that has grown quite a bit in 2023 for me. You can see I brought in a lot of highlighters here in 2023. You can see like up here from MAC as well as down here. There's quite a few that I brought in 2023. I haven't brought anything in 2024 luckily, and I'm trying to get through a couple of things. I have finished up one highlighter, and I'm currently panning this shade right here as well, hoping to get through both of these this year, and we'll see how that goes, and then also get through the one in my Panda face palette. So that would also bring down my numbers quite a bit. But yeah, that is where I'm standing with highlighter. Actually, I'm going to get through 2 more. I'm really close to finishing the What's Up highlighter, and then also the, where is it on my list? I'm hoping to get through that one as well. Then looking at bronzers, this is probably the cheek product category that isn't out of hand. I'm quite happy with where this one stands today. I have brought in one bronzer this year, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in medium. I brought that one in this year. I also have finished one, which is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. And I'm also hoping to finish up 2 more. I'm hoping to finish the L'Oreal bronzer, which is right there, as well as the one in my Hourglass Ghost Edit palette right there. So those are the things I'm trying to finish. So again, this should be quite manageable. Hopefully at the end of the year, I should hopefully be down to 10, which I'm fine with. For base products, we have this right here. You can see with foundations, I have really narrowed down my foundation collection over the past couple of years. I currently only have 5 in my collection. This here is a bit too dark for me. These 2 are some of my favorites. This one is like a perfect shade for me in summer. And then this is more kind of a winter foundation for me. I am looking for new foundations. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I like something that isn't too glowy, more kind of skin-like texture. Not too matte, of course, either, but like skin-like type of texture. And then like kind of light to medium buildable color coverage is probably what I'm looking for. Or like a high coverage one that you can sheer out, something like that. But if you have any recommendations foundations, let me know. But that is where it stands today. Also for primers, you can see here I have finished up one this year, which was my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I have also brought in the Professional Mini, which I got in a goodie bag. Yeah, I'm really happy with my primer selection too. I have absolutely fallen in love with the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I might pick that one up in a lighter shade. And I also might, by the way, move this one over to my foundation because I only ever use that one as a foundation. I don't use it as a primer. So I might pop that over to my foundation numbers. But anyway, that is where my primer stands today. For concealers and correctors, I have a couple, but it's still manageable. I do have my under eye brightening corrector from Becca, which I do have a backup of. So technically I have 2 of these, I believe. I had more, but I've worked through them. I believe I only have 2 left now. This one right here, I'm trying to finish. That is my oldest concealer. So I'm trying to finish that this year. I'm very close to finishing it up. I've just rolled it into my rolling product pan, and I believe I can probably finish that up already in a month. Then I did also bring in the Kosas concealer this year, which I have used up a lot of already. I think this one might even be finished this year. And again, similar to foundations, if you have any recommendations at all for concealers, let me know down below. I'm looking to try maybe the Natasha Denona concealer next because I've heard really good things. Or the, what's it called? The Fenty new concealer. I can't remember what it's called, but that one is also on my list to try. But again, if you have any recommendations for concealers, let me know down below because I'm looking for something that's good to use underneath the eyes without looking cakey or dry, but also have a decent amount of coverage. For powders, I have an okay amount of numbers. I have brought in one this year, which is the Easy Bake Powder from Huda Beauty. This is my absolute favorite powder now. I love this one so much. Actually, that's not true. I also brought in the pressed powder, which I have here as well. That is a repurchase, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder, which I haven't started using yet, but that is one of my favorite pressed powders. Other than that, I'm really happy with where this stands. These 2 shades are both in palettes, same as these 2 here. These typically have names, but I just put them as 1 and 2 because I forgot to update that in the spreadsheet, but it's the 2 shades from my Ambient Sculpture Edit from Hourglass. Then we have a couple more here. You can see that one again was the new one, and then a couple here which I am trying to slowly get through. I'm panning the Pat McGrath powder in medium. I also am panning the Fit Me powder as well. That one hopefully should be done this year. Both of those should be done this year. And then I'm hoping to also pan the Chanel powder, sorry, this one right here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it or not, but we'll see if I get to it. Otherwise I'm going to pan it next year, and I'm okay with where my powder stands today. I still have a decent amount, but I'm okay with it. It's not too over the top. And then lastly for my collection, I have setting sprays right here before moving into lip products, and I currently only have 3, and I think this is pretty good. This one right here is more of a just hydrating. I don't know if it is like a skincare or a makeup setting spray, but I count this as my makeup setting spray because I rarely use sprays unless they're makeup related. And then I have 2 kind of long-lasting setting sprays. I have the Hydro Grip and the Charlotte Tilbury one. I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury one out of the 2, and I'm very, very close to finishing the Milk makeup. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year, but if not, I'm going to definitely finish it next year. So that is all of my base products. Lastly, we have lip products, which is something that has changed quite a bit this year. You can see right here all of the numbers, and you can see that I've gone down 10 lip products so far this year, which I'm very, very happy with. You can see here for my lip sticks, I don't think I brought anything in this year. I'm looking at, no, I haven't, which is really good. I did bring in a couple last year, as you can see, like all of the ones that look like this I brought in last year, but I have also finished up a couple. You can see like there's a couple that's tagged out for this 2024 section, which is things that I finished this year. So very happy to see that. I'm definitely going to finish up more lip products this year. But yeah, happy with where that stands today. I still have 71 lip products right now, which is too many, and I am trying to whittle that down, and that's also why I'm not really purchasing any lip products at the moment. But next up we have liquid lipsticks, which is something that I have decluttered quite a lot or used up in the past couple of years. As you can see, there's a lot of gray out here. Currently I have 22, and that includes not just like the drying liquid lipsticks, but also more kind of hydrating formulas or mousses, things like that. And some of these formulas I really like. For example, the Kaleidos ones I absolutely adore. The NYX ones are pretty good too. They're kind of similar, but the Kaleidos one is just like an updated, better version. The Bourjois is also similar to those. They're not like they're super drying, so I do like this texture as well. When we get up here, these kind of like the Maybelline one and the Sephora and the KVD, those are more kind of traditional drying liquid lipsticks, which is something that I don't like as much anymore. But I do have a select couple colors left in my collection, which I still do enjoy. So that is kind of what my liquid lipsticks looks like. Then we have lip glosses next, and you can see I have 22 lip glosses as well. I have brought in 1 lip gloss this year, but I didn't purchase that myself. I actually got that as a free gift with purchase, which was this lip gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. So I have brought that one in, and I think that is the only one, yes. And I have, as you can see, also finished up a couple shades. I actually finished up 4 lip glosses this year, which is really good. I'm currently panning 1, and I'm hoping to finish another. So I'm hoping to get 2 more lip glosses out this year, which would be amazing. So that is kind of where I'm standing on lip gloss. Nothing in here is like super old. You know, the Maybelline ones right here are a little bit older. And then we have this NYX one in sheer blush, which is about at the very end of 2019. So that's something that I should probably, it's crazy that it's that old. It feels like it shouldn't be that old, but it probably is then. I am hopefully going to pan that one next year. I don't think I'm going to get to it this year, but it's definitely on my list to pan for next year. So most of my lip glosses right here aren't that old, which I'm happy to see as well. Then the last category that I have to talk about is lip liners. And you can see right here that I have 8 at the moment. Yeah, we have mainly Charlotte Tilbury. I really love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner formula. I have 4 from her, and then we have 1 from NYX, which is, I think, a dupe for Pillow Talk. That is another one that I might pan in the future, but yeah, really, really happy with those lip liners. Love those. Then we have 1 from Pat McGrath, which I got gifted from my friend. I really like that one too. It's more of a mauve tone, and that formula is also amazing, so I'm really happy with that. Then we have this 1999 lip liner, which I got in my advent calendar, or as like a free gift for purchase, which is an okay shade. It's like a red shade, if I remember correctly. I haven't really used it much, but I'm okay with having that in my collection, especially since it's a red. And then lastly, we have this Academy of Color, which I think I got like this set with products from my boyfriend's mom, and like there's some off-brand Academy of Color. I don't really know what that brand is, but this lip liner is actually pretty decent, so I decided to keep it. It might be one that I, pan in the future though, but that is my last lip liner. And with that, we are also done with all of my products. So yeah, those are all the products in my inventory. This is going to be a bit of a shorter inventory video. I have done a more in-depth one at the beginning of the year, and I'm probably going to do a more in-depth one in the beginning of 2024. 5 as well, which is crazy to say. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update just so you can see. Of course, like if it's too quickly, you can go back and like kind of pause if you want to see exactly what I have in my collection, apart from eyeshadows, because I breezed over those quite quickly. But I did do a palette collection video at the beginning of the year, and the only eyeshadow that I've brought in since then is the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona and the Hella palette from Odin's Eye. I believe those are the only two, right? Yeah, and then like a random single from Cleona that I got as a free guest purchase. I believe those are the only things, so not too much. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And let me know how you structure your inventory. If you do have a spreadsheet, do you do something similar to me, or how do you structure it? I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys!